We live in an increasingly aggressive culture, and with that aggression has come a rise in disrespect. Students are becoming more disrespectful of their teachers, and people of varying beliefs are becoming more disrespectful of one another and their constituents. We live in a time when being disrespectful seems like the norm, but nothing could be further from the truth. As human beings, we're all entitled to a common level of dignity and respect. Gaining this respect, however, takes integrity, and it takes knowing how to honor both yourself and others. When someone disrespects us, it can be a hard pill to swallow, but learning to overcome that disrespect is possible with a little understanding, compassion, and the understanding that not everything is as simple as it seems. If you've been disrespected by someone close to you, use these 5 techniques to manage their disrespect the right way. I advise you to be strong like a Stoic, be patient, and stay till the end of the video. We are first going to understand disrespect and the main reason for its surge in our society today. But if you want to jump into these techniques right away, without first understanding the basics of disrespect, then use the slider to skip to that part of the video. Now, without further ado, let's begin. An explanation of disrespect. Disrespect manifests in various ways and affects both close and distant relationships. It can come from anyone in our lives, including partners, parents, and children, and can happen at any moment. It's our responsibility to manage these situations. When it comes to violating the respect we're owed, it often comes down to creating a feeling of less than. Someone who is disrespectful isn't someone who wants to build you up. They're someone who wants to tear you down, and that can take place for a variety of reasons and in a variety of situations. A rise in disrespect. It appears that everywhere we turn, disrespectful conduct is increasingly prevalent. Children show less respect to their elders, and there's a general rise in disrespect towards each other. What is causing this surge in animosity among us all? What's going on that's making us all so hateful? We're no longer encouraged to be empathetic. Our society has shifted away from valuing empathy. We are now often prompted to prioritize self-interest, sometimes at the expense of others. This decline in promoting mutual compassion has led to an increase in disrespectful attitudes. The lessons being imparted to younger generations emphasize competition and undermining each other rather than fostering mutual respect, contrasting with the ancient principles of Stoicism, which advocated for greater empathy. In ancient times, particularly in the context of Stoicism, empathy and understanding were central values. Stoicism, a philosophy originating in ancient Greece, emphasized virtues such as wisdom and justice, advocating for understanding others' experiences and promoting self-control and rational judgment. This contrasts with modern society, where individualism and self-interest are often more pronounced, potentially leading to reduced levels of empathy. However, direct comparisons are complex due to the vastly different social structures, cultural norms, and historical contexts of these periods. We feel like we know everything. We're more informed than ever before, and with that comes a certain sense of empowerment. But what happens when that empowerment becomes ego, disrespect, and a lot of it? We are more disrespectful now because of the belief that we have all the answers. Anything we want to know is available right at the tips of our fingers. And with that can come the false belief that we are the masters of everyone else's destiny and behavior. We don't have any role models. Let's be honest. It seems that the quantity of individuals possessing respect and integrity for us to admire in today's society is decreasing. Regularly, we hear about scandals, dishonesty, and deceit involving professionals like teachers, doctors, lawyers, and religious leaders. Campaign ads are often brimming with hostility and disrespect, showcasing individuals engaging in unpleasant exchanges. Reality TV frequently exacerbates this trend. This widespread display of disrespect among people can create an illusion that such behavior is normal, even though it isn't. The types of disrespect. There are various unexpected forms in which disrespect can manifest, ranging from subtle, snide remarks to outright attacks on our personal and character integrity. It's important to be vigilant about these particularly diminishing forms of disrespect. Refusing to listen. When an individual disregards your ideas or opinions, they are denying you the respect you merit as a person with your own thoughts, feelings, and aspirations. Everyone is entitled to an opportunity to express themselves. A quote from Stoicism that encourages listening to others' opinions can be found in the teachings of Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher. He stated, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This quote succinctly encapsulates a fundamental Stoic principle, the importance of being receptive and giving due attention to the viewpoints and expressions of others. It reflects the Stoic belief in the value of understanding and considering different perspectives, emphasizing the virtue of listening over speaking. Talking at you. Speaking to someone without giving them the opportunity to respond or listening to them is indicative of disrespect. Conversations that are one-sided essentially disregard the other individual along with the worth of their thoughts and opinions. If you consider yourself a Stoic and still do these 2 subtle but disrespectful habits, then it is time to reconsider your actions to live in accordance with the Stoic principle of listening more than we talk. As for the rest of the disrespectful attitude I'm about to mention, I consider them overt, and as Stoics, we should already understand to never participate in these behaviors. Laughing and ridiculing. Like I said, this is a more overt form of disrespect. People who mock or belittle others are harmful and are actively attempting to diminish self-esteem and overall well-being of others around them. Everyone is entitled to compassionate treatment, yet such behavior is often a manipulative strategy aimed at maintaining dominance over others, usually stemming from their own deeper insecurities. If you've ever had a similar experience to this situation, leave a comment below for advice on how you can overcome this. Talking behind your back. Individuals who disclose your personal information or spread falsehoods about you when you're not present are not true friends. They are harmful characters seeking to alienate you and sabotage your sense of joy and interpersonal connections. Lying and ignoring boundaries. Lying and violating personal boundaries are among the most common types of disrespect. Boundaries are crucial for healthy relationships, and those who ignore them show a lack of respect for your wishes and fundamental needs. Similarly, when someone lies to you, it's a clear indication that they lack respect for you as an individual. How to manage a disrespectful person. As promised in the beginning of this video, here are the 5 powerful yet simple way of dealing with disrespect from anyone, even people we love so much. 1. Live a life beyond criticism. The first lesson in understanding respect is recognizing that it's something that needs to be earned. Earning the respect of others often involves leading a life that is beyond criticism. When we set ourselves as paragons of stability and excellence, we effectively build a shield that safeguards us from others' negative judgments. Leading a life beyond criticism doesn't necessitate adhering to a conventional notion of flawlessness or rigidity. Rather, it's about living with integrity and fulfilling your commitments as promised. This aligns with the Stoic principle of living in accordance with virtue, focusing on personal ethical consistency and reliability rather than external standards of perfection. To earn the respect of others, you must first show that you deserve it. which begins with practicing honesty both internally and externally. Commit to being true to your word and consistently act in the best interest of yourself and those around you. By respecting yourself through a life of integrity, you will naturally attract the respect of others. 2. Be kind and ask questions. I know you were probably not expecting to show kindness when someone disrespects you, but more than anything else, people want to feel heard, and this includes someone who is being disrespectful. Disrespect comes from a place of upset, either with ourselves or the circumstances around us. So one of the best ways we can deal with disrespect is by listening conscientiously, asking questions, and making sure we understand the other person's grievances. Let them know that you're interested in what they're saying, even if you feel it's unfair or unjust. Everyone deserves the dignity of being listened to, so let them have their say, and then respond slowly with your own questions. Ask rather than tell, and refrain from dropping blame bombs or making demands. Seneca reminded us in one of his profound philosophies to listen to many, speak to a few. Disrespecting someone isn't easy, so if you're dealing with someone who seems to have a sharp tongue when it comes to you, tread carefully. Just listening is often the first step to finding a resolution you both can be happy with. 3. Practice equanimity. Rude and disrespectful people are everywhere, and sometimes there's little you can do to resolve your issues with them. When that's the case, the best thing to do is to pull yourself away, taking the time and space you need to gain control of yourself and ask a few key questions that can point you in the right direction. Count to 10 and take a few deep breaths. Ask yourself, is this worth getting upset about? Will my anger change my mind? Will it change theirs? Often, when we give ourselves a few minutes of peace and quiet, we see that the disrespect, more often than not, has everything to do with the other person and little to do with us. People upset one another. It's a natural part of life. Learn how to keep your calm and maintain your own personal respect by practicing equanimity and trying to consider things with the benefit of space. Things always look different when we give ourselves the chance to count to 10 and quiet our minds. 4. Take the initiative. When we're confronted with someone who just doesn't like us no matter what we do, we often want to run and hide. This is not the way, but to resolve the issues that are brewing between you and the person doing the disrespecting. If you want to get to the root of the reason for someone's disrespect, you must take the initiative to meet them halfway. Gather your bravery and confront the issue directly by requesting a meeting or a secure environment where both of you can discuss and understand the situation. Communicate openly, but steer clear of accusatory language and statements that position you above the dialogue. In a conflict between two individuals, responsibility often lies with both. Engage by asking questions and attentively listening to the other person's perspective, which will help reveal where things went astray for them. Dedicating time to develop a new rapport with the person showing you disrespect can frequently lead to discovering more shared ground than initially anticipated. Relationships tend to deteriorate due to distrust and aversion, often stemming from unresolved misunderstandings. Initiate a conversation and make the first move to establish a dialogue that both parties can benefit from. 5. Practice empathy. A person's disrespectful behavior isn't necessarily a reflection of your actions. Often individuals might react negatively towards others simply because they are experiencing a difficult day or facing challenges in their own lives. Overcoming someone else's disrespect can be achieved by exercising empathy. Rather than taking things personally, acknowledge that everyone has their struggles which may affect their daily behavior. Offer them the benefit of the doubt and attempt to view the situation from a new angle. Disrespectful conduct is frequently cyclical and exacerbated by daily life stresses. If someone who is usually pleasant suddenly behaves unpleasantly, pause to ponder what they might be experiencing. You might find that your perspective shifts rapidly upon considering their situation. As we near the end of this video, I want to remind you of the importance of liking this video and subscribing if you haven't already. This will help YouTube show the video to more people out there who may be facing disrespect but don't know what to do. In conclusion, if you face disrespect from someone close to you, don't worry too much. Overcoming such situations involves self-reflection and adaptation. It's possible to resolve conflicts with someone who hasn't respected your needs or feelings, but it requires understanding their viewpoint and being honest and transparent in your approach. Commit to living with integrity and not just according to others' expectations. Fulfill your promises. If you encounter hostility, take a moment to assess whether reacting strongly is necessary. Disrespectful behavior is often rooted in the other person's personal turmoil. Therefore, try to understand their side and engage in an open, truthful conversation, asking relevant questions. Navigating through disrespect is a skill that can be mastered with the right knowledge and a foundation of integrity. Equip yourself with understanding and protect yourself with a commitment to your principles. Rising above disrespect involves elevating yourself beyond it.